Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Coffee Bean Productions. Not sure if I'm used to saying that yet, but we're gonna get there. A lot of states have been getting out of school lately, and mine has in the last week. So I'm gonna be talking about the top 15 things that I learned over the school year. Number 1. Just because somebody's friends with your friends does not mean they're gonna stay that way or that they're gonna be a good person. I've learned this with a few people, but I'm not going to name names. It starts with an E. Number 2. Girls love food. And most of the time, even though it sounds crazy, the girls that are the skinniest are actually the girls who can eat more than most men. I have lost many eating challenges to lots of girls in my class. Number 3. Halfway through the school year, you're going to need a blanket. So, nobody's going to care what you're wearing. Make sure you bring a blanket and wear PJs, and then once it gets to study hall, take a nap. You're going to need it. Number 4. It doesn't matter how wrong a teacher is. They will not stand to be corrected. Number 5. In biology class, you're going to learn about a lot of depressing and horrifying genetic disorders. And if someone in your family has a genetic disorder or any disorder, you're probably going to have the teacher come up to your desk and say, "You know about that, right?" Something sounds like that can't be legal, but it's happened plenty of times in my class. In history class, you're going to end up watching a lot of videos. This is going to get boring at some point, so your 6-year-old brain is going to come up with lots of words, and you're going to try and see which ones you can type on the calculator. Number 7. If the teacher says that you're going to have the sub next day, make sure that you get enough sleep. It's usually when the teacher decides to overload you with homework. Doesn't understand why, because you never do anything in that class anyway. But don't argue, just take the homework and see how you can get out of it. Ironically, whenever the teacher's a cute girl, the guys never seem to say anything. But if the teacher's a hot guy, that's when all the girls, that's all they will talk about for the next month. Number 9. Towards the end of the school year, that's usually when the most fights will break out because all the kids are getting tired of coming. So make sure you come prepared. Number 10. At the beginning of the school year, you're going to be dying to see your friends once again. At the end of the school year, you're going to be dreading to come to school. That's usually the opposite way around for teachers. Number 11. Now this one's kind of controversial, but hear me out. With all the new technologies and all the ways kids can research, most of the time, a lot of the kids are more educated in some areas than the teachers. This is shown whenever in speech you get to have a debate, and all the kids decide to have the most controversial topics, and most of the time, they know a lot of things the teachers never knew. Number 12. Alright, this one's just for the guys. Guys, if you think you know how to get a girl, you're probably wrong. Start making friends with the girls in your class, and then you'll really see the media has it all wrong. Number 13. Usually the work you're most proud of, nobody's going to care about unless you're the only one doing it. Number 14. Make sure you bring lots of snacks, because no matter what the school gives you, it's basically prison food. So you're going to be hungry a lot. Finally, number 15. I know this is kind of a cop-out, but stay in school. I know you're going to hate it, but the teachers are actually showing you how to learn things for yourself. You're not always going to have YouTube, sadly, and YouTube will not always have the answer. Neither will Google. So sometimes you need to figure out how to do things yourself. That's actually what school's all about. And besides, you really need college, especially if you're going to get as good of a job as you're planning. Thanks for watching. If If you want to see last week's video, then click right here. If you want to vote on what happens in next week's video, then you can click on the poll and vote who wins. If you want to subscribe to this channel, then click right here, and you can subscribe to my vlog channel to see the behind the scenes on how all of this happened. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye!